Long ago, in the land of Israel, the people were looking for a leader to help guide them and protect them from their enemies. They wanted a king, just like other nations had. Up until then, God had sent wise judges and prophets to lead them, and one of these was Samuel. Samuel was a faithful servant of God, and he always tried to listen carefully and do what was right. One day, the people came to Samuel and said, "Samuel, you are getting old. We want a king to rule over us, just like all the other countries have." Samuel was not sure if this was a good idea, so he prayed to God and asked for advice. God listened to Samuel's prayer and said, "Samuel, they are not rejecting you. They are rejecting me as their king. But give them a king, just as they have asked." So Samuel set out to find the person God had chosen to become Israel's first king. Meanwhile, in another part of the land, there lived a young man named Saul. Saul was tall and strong, and he came from a family called the tribe of Benjamin. One day, Saul's father lost some donkeys, and he asked Saul to go and search for them. Saul and his servant looked everywhere, but could not find the donkeys. Finally, the servant said, "Let's go and ask the man of God, Samuel. Maybe he can tell us where the donkeys are." So Saul and his servant went to the town where Samuel lived. When Saul arrived, God spoke to Samuel and said, "This is the man who will be king over my people." Samuel greeted Saul and invited him to a special meal. Saul was surprised and wondered why Samuel was treating him so kindly. Samuel told Saul not to worry about the donkeys because they had already been found. Then Samuel said something amazing. "God has chosen you to be the leader of all Israel." The next morning, Samuel took Saul aside. He poured a special oil on Saul's head and said, "God has anointed you to be the king of Israel." This was called anointing, and it was a sign that God's Spirit would help Saul to be a good and wise king. Samuel told Saul that God would be with him and gave him signs to show that everything Samuel said was true. After this, Saul went home, and Samuel gathered all the people together. He told them that God had chosen Saul to be their king. When Saul stood before the people, everyone could see that he was tall and handsome. Samuel said, "Here is the man God has chosen." The people cheered and shouted, "Long live the king!" Saul became the first king of Israel. Samuel reminded him to listen to God and follow his ways so that he could be a good leader for the people. With God's help, Saul was able to guide the Israelites and protect them from their enemies. And so the story of Samuel anointing Saul teaches us that God knows what is best for us, and he chooses leaders to care for his people. Even when things seem uncertain, we can trust God, listen to wise advice, and do what is right. Just like Samuel and Saul, we can remember to ask for God's help and be ready for the special plans he has for each one of us.